Howdy, fam, fam. Welcome back. It's your Popeye Queen again, front and center. At ease, soldiers. All right, gang. Let's dive straight into this. And I'm not holding back today on this one. We're talking about that weird, unspoken, sometimes in your face judgment that comes when somebody says, I'm not having children. You'd think they just announced they're living on Mars by the way some folks react. And if you've ever been on the receiving end of that look or that comment, this one's for you, baby. Now, let's start with the reality that we are all given different lives, paths, callings, whatever you want to call it. Just because some people hear that parenthood calling doesn't mean it's blasted out to everyone else. Some of us have other things to do, other ways we're meant to contribute to this big old universe. And no, that doesn't make us selfish or clueless or missing out. It makes us people who are simply called to a different purpose. Think about it. People act like the blueprint for a good, full life is one size fit all. No, baby, that one size fit all is a lie too, because it don't always fit everybody. Now, no kids. They start saying, "Oh, you'll change your mind," like we're just running on the fumes of indecision over here. Newsflash, baby. Some folks are actually in tune with their purpose. They're self aware enough to know where their life is going and how they want to live it. And if that doesn't involve kids, that's perfectly okay. Life isn't a cooking recipe where everyone has to use the exact same ingredients to get a good result. We're not missing out. We're just adding different spices. That's all, baby. That's all. Hey. And when we talk about the people who say, but it's a part of life, listen, life doesn't come with this prepackaged set of rules where if you don't tick off every box, you're somehow failing. Life is about meaning, it's about purpose, depth, connection, joy. And some people can find all of that without a nursery, without worrying about diapers, and without adding parent to their bio. Keeping it straight up always. Some folks may feel like they're missing something without kids, but they've just decided to project that feeling onto others. They can't imagine life any other way. So they assume, like I say, I'm going to repeat that, they assume you'll feel lost without a little one. But guess what? Not everyone needs that. Some people find their purpose in careers, creativity, service to others, travel, faith, heck, anything that fills their personal calling up. Anything that fills their calling up. Just because it doesn't match what society or their Aunt Peggy or Aunt Cousin Otis thinks doesn't make it wrong, baby. Here's a real kicker. You'll get these same folks saying, oh, but who will take care of you when you get old? First off, hey, let's not pretend that having kids is a guaranteed insurance policy for care in old age. Come on now. Have you seen some of the statistics? There are people in nursing homes with 5 kids who aren't even coming to visit them. You heard? Now you listening to that? So let's stop selling kids like they're a long-term care plan. A relationship with our Creator and a community of people who genuinely care about you can bring way more comfort and joy than relying on someone else's life path to intersect perfectly with yours. And honestly, how come it's not okay to just say, hey, I'm content as I am? Why does that make people's eyebrow hit their hairline all the way up there? It's almost as if society can't handle contentment if it doesn't come from the standard sources. What? You don't have kids? But then, how are you happy, honey? Listen to me. Contentment is an inside job. I will repeat to those in the back. Contentment is an inside job. It's not about the things you have or don't have. It's about the peace you cultivate within yourself, the life you build that aligns with your soul. And let me tell you, that's not something you find by trying to fit into a mold that's not made for you. Boom! You hear that? Now, let's get spiritual for a moment. I'm going to take it there for those believers. The Most High didn't create us as carbon copies of each other. He didn't give every person the same mission, the same passions, the same heartbeats. If he wanted everyone to be parents, I'm pretty sure we'd be wired that way. So when somebody says they're not having kids, that's not them rejecting a universal truth. That's them accepting their personal truth from the Most High. They're saying, this is what I'm here for, and I'm following the path meant for me. That's honoring the life they've been given, which is as closest to honoring the Creator as it gets. Let's set the record straight. When God told Adam and Eve to be fruitful and multiply, he was talking to them back then. Earth was empty, had zero human traffic, and there wasn't exactly any prime real estate around. You hear me? Fast forward some thousands of years, and we're all here, shoulder to shoulder, in an overpopulated world where even grocery stores, their lines feel like a family reunion. So before stressing people out about having kids, let's remember God said, fill the earth. Well, baby, we have done that. It might just be time for some folks to pass on the fruitful baton and let people decide if they want to add another branch to the family tree. You heard? Here's the plain truth. Everyone who's pressuring you, giving you that side eye, they're not actually mad at your decision. They're uncomfortable with the fact that you're secure enough to make it. It messes with them. They've been conditioned to believe that fulfillment only looks one way. And you're walking proof that it doesn't have to. And deep down, that stirs something in them. Because maybe, just maybe, they didn't question their choices. Or maybe they settled for a life that didn't quite feel right, but they didn't have the courage to do things differently. And the next time someone approaches you about not having children, tell them to ask a nun or a priest that same question. You heard? Also, let me add a snippet for those of you who have physical issues with having children. You are still blessed. I'm going to repeat that for my babies. You are still blessed. Please don't allow others to make you feel less than a woman or a man because of the inability to have children. Keep believing and searching for other ways to create your blessing, baby. So, to those of you who've chosen a path without kids, stand tall in it. The world needs more people who listen to their calling, whatever that is. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're living a half life because your choices don't mirror theirs. Whether you're creating art, building a business, dedicating your life to causes, or simply living in peace, you're fulfilling a purpose, and that's a blessing all on its own. Here's my final thought: live your life for you, seek the guidance of the Most High. Ask Him, what am I here to do? Then go do it. With, with or without kids, your life matters. Your choices matters. And if someone has a problem with that, maybe they need to go look in the mirror and ask themselves why. Mirror, mirror on the wall, why am I trying to stress people to fall? All right, my lovelies, it's that time again. But before I go, love on yourself and love on others around you, including strangers. You heard? I'm out.